So what are your thoughts on diet in general after everything you experienced? Because again, you experienced so much, and in your journey, it was more about healing than maybe optimization or athletic performance. What do you feel is the perfect diet, I guess, for healing, or just what you experienced?
Um, I mean, I just know it works for me. One of the one of the things I do is the genome diet, which is kind of one step
Mhm.
from the blood type diet. Is that there's kind of we're in six genomes, and that kind of makes sense. Is that we all don't need to have the same diet because we're different. And it's like
Of
if
course.
Eskimos eat fruit, their teeth rot and they get extremely sick. Because we're
Right.
all made different. So that kind of I subscribe to that a lot. Like I just kind of take out a lot of the things on my list that are bad for me, and that I just try and avoid. Definitely avoid wheat, and I think because of the
Mm.
GMOs and stuff, that most people should avoid wheat. Um, and I suppose I'm kind of not really in any extreme. I'm not. I'm not paleo. I'm not vegan. I'm just I suppose, just more of a kind of a balanced diet, and I know what foods kind of work for me and make me feel good. And I know if I have a bunch of sugar that I feel horrible, so I just
Right.
avoid it, kind of thing. So I mean, I don't really want to be the
No.
kind of profess to have any answers for diet. I just do what works for me. And maybe from your testing, you can tell us whether that you found that is that certain people need to avoid certain things and other people can go crazy on it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the whole point, is that we are individual. You brought that up. Like an Eskimo can't eat like someone who's in the Mediterranean. That just doesn't work. And they've been built that way, and you adapt. The epigenetics of everything change. So I've always said, if you're not in a state to do true personalization or anything like that, you got to know yourself and then put quality first, right? I don't even care so much. You'll figure out the what's over time, like you said, wheat and other things, but look for quality always. Look for something that's truly fresh. And a lot of times, again, I was having this discussion with someone, like frozen food and frozen vegetables aren't bad per se, but they've probably been plucked and dead per se, for months, if not longer. So the nutritional value starts to go down. Ultimately, in a perfect world, you'd want to pluck it right off the tree, take it out of the dirt, know it was non GMO, know it was made in nourishing soil, and be able to eat that as fresh as possible. But I understand we don't normally live like that anymore. And that may be part of the problem of chronic disease. But to put in a little bit more effort to try and find the highest quality, pieces. Like you see it right now with Burger King doing their Impossible Burger. It's like, all right, you're going plant based, but is it actually healthy? Hell no. Like, you're trying to fool people here, and you're trying to make them think that's what Subway did so many years ago. Like, eat healthy. That's the most processed crap you could think of, right? And it's not healthy at all. But there are always these levels of quality. I'm just saying, try to find your level as high as possible. And so you're not eating truly processed, even if it is something that says it's organic, but it's processed. If it's in a box with a number of ingredients and preservatives, even though it says organic, it's a product. It is not a true food. Food is the ingredient that goes into it, right? So yeah, I think that, getting stuck on one diet is never the answer. I think that we are all different. Someone's keto diet may be great for them, but again, it may be great in the short term where you see results in weight loss. But what is that, all that extra fat doing to your gallbladder over the years? Will you suddenly have some kind of GI symptom 5, 10 years later, like you had a problem with your tooth? You didn't see it for 5 to 10 years. Your body was able to compensate for that long before it actually became something chronic. So that's even amazing that your body was able to do that. And of course, it got a little bit worse every year. The infection grew, and then it became too much. But probably your body was compensating for a number of years and making it sort of, balance out somewhat until it couldn't take it anymore. And I think that's something we have to think about as we start looking at diets as well. You could get short-term results, but that doesn't mean long-term it's going to be healthy for us. So I think we got to play long game there. We got to, look at it as diet, as nourishing, of course, and not for immediate results, but just for feeling good in the long term. So those are my thoughts about it.